Do you have a really nice headset that doesn't have a microphone? You just want something that you can plug in on a USB and it will be a half decent microphone. Marvo has come to touch your wisdom. Good afternoon and welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. I just want to start off with, this is actually my second favorite slogan maybe ever, is the Marvo Touch Wisdom one. My best was from a company we used to work with when I was in Prime Media. We did outdoor LED screens as one of the side businesses in amongst the like 7 businesses that were running there. And the company for that supplied us with those LEDs, their slogan was make your life more shining. And you can see why that's now my favorite slogan. But back to the microphone, MIC-03, it's a very straightforward OEM sort of manufactured USB microphone, but it's actually pretty clever, like the way they've set it up, and they've made like some of the parts replaceable. So you get the little tripod stand, as you can see, and it is collapsible, so it does make it a little bit easier for travel and that sort of stuff. And then you can obviously go back out. Then it is on a tilt swivel sort of stand as well. The default orientation, it actually comes the other way around, but you can turn it around and that, and then this unscrews as well, which is pretty cool. So if you want to just put that on a shock mount or something in front of you, you actually can, or a desktop arm mount. And that would probably be my suggestion for this. You'll see later with the testing, like it will actually make quite a difference if you do that. But if you just want to have a microphone on your desk just so people can hear you, then this is going to be right up your alley. The default orientation, it actually comes in, is actually this way around, and you can see how easy it is to change that on the shock mount, because they've just used like little elastic bands over here. There's nothing to it. It's the correct frame and pattern and stuff, and then there's just a set of elastic bands that you can then shove this into. Pre-built in little pop filter over here as well, and then they supply you with one over the top. It wasn't in any of the pictures, so just as well I did a review, so you know that there are 2 there. I don't think you need to use both, honestly. You can, I mean, there you go, literally set up in 2 seconds for you, and you can then have a decent microphone. And if you're working on conferencing or something like that, if you plug in a USB extender, then you could just literally pass it around the table, and there won't be any of the like bashing and that sort of stuff on the mic, because it's shock mounted. It's literally got like a miniature shock mount in it. This is like a mini studio, like it's trying to be like a mini studio kit, but yeah, it's the mic quality and stuff isn't quite there, especially without filters, to be able to do that. Built-in USB as well on the bottom, so it just is garroted out of there, so you won't be able to replace the cable if it does break, which is a little bit of a back pedal. But all of this for 500 bucks is kind of cool, like that it is as good as it is even for 500 Rand. I really wouldn't be upset having bought this for 500 bucks. But without further ado, let me jump over to the PC and give you some demos. Alrighty, so we have the setup here. I'm literally live on the microphone, and I'm gonna show you me doing live switches between that and something with a filter. So this is me just sitting here with the microphone like pretty close. I'd say it's about 10 centimeters away from me. The volume should be maxed. If I just go over here just to double check, let's have a look in recording. Okay, so let's set that as a default, which is hilarious. Oh, there it is there. So if we go to levels, you can see it's absolutely maxed out. There's nothing really to, like I said, there's no enhancements or anything really that you could do with this device. It's just a straight plug and play, and then you're going to need to software mod it from there to get the most out of it. So just to show you what a basic filter can do for the microphone, I'm going to show you in video broadcast. I absolutely love this software. It's pretty fantastic stuff. So if you go over to microphone, you can see there's a couple of things that you can do to it and remove that stuff. So we're going to set it to the USB PNP audio device, which is what this is. And then we have to come over here to our properties in OBS and then change that to video broadcast as well. And now you should notice a significant improvement in the audio quality. So with a couple of filters, and I mean, if I get really close up on the microphone, you can hear it sounds absolutely fantastic. So I think what you're going to need to do, if I just go back to this view over here, is you're going to need to take this little piece off, this little do that off, and then you're going to want to put it on a boom arm like I've got my Dixon over here, so that you can get like the correct distance to the microphone, and then you can always have that really crisp, clean audio. But for like chat stuff and just talking to people in Discord or even some light streaming, I think you can agree this is going to work. For singing and that sort of stuff, I just don't think it has the dynamic range. Anyway, back to the studio. So as you can see, it's like a really solid little microphone. It's not going to launch your singing career. You can do some basic streaming with it. The fact that you can unscrew this and then put this actual shock mount onto an arm means that then you can get to that like nominal distance, and you can set it quite close to your face, and then with some filters, it suddenly becomes like a really decent audible mic. You will need to put some gain into it. The volume on it is a little bit low. There's nothing in the default settings to be able to do that in Windows. There's no audio enhancements or anything available for it. So everything you'd have to do like externally, Voice Meter Banana would be a good option to get that boost done correctly and put a noise gate on the microphone so you don't get any feedback. After that, for $500, you've got actually like a pretty capable little USB microphone. It's not going to, like I said, you're not going to launch your singing or your rap career on this. It could be enough to get you started, but it's not going to sort of carry you there. As a chat device, it's something just to use while you're gaming, etc. If you've got like a really nice headset, you just want a quick, cheap USB microphone. Easy setup. Add some gain and it works. You might notice as well that it looks very similar to another brand that likes red stuff. But they basically probably made it the exact same OEM, so it's basically the exact same product but less money because it doesn't have a brand name attached to it. Anywho, that's all I've got for you in this review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. I don't wanna call you. And lastly, you might notice it looks maybe a little bit like a Redragon product. It's not Red Dragon, they're missing a D, so it's Redragon or Redragon. Nobody there could spell, obviously, before they finished the branding, so it is what it is.